Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Kevin Encrypted and we are back with another tutorial. This won't be a comprehensive farming tutorial, but instead layout I came up with and some of the learnings from playing around with the game mechanics. Let's delve right into it. So when we talk about farming, there is a few things we need to know. Sowing starts around the end of February and harvest happens as soon as the crops have grown. All harvest has to be collected by early November before they start decaying in the field. Any you do not collect will turn into fertilizer for your fields. Depending on a few variables, tractors can sow and fertilize about 2 large fields each per season, and harvesters can harvest 2 large fields each per season. Keep in mind, distance and a few other factors play a role into that. Now, another vehicle that we find in the farm, besides the tractor and the harvester, is covered hulls. Those trucks work in a very specific way. The truck will leave the building and head to the field to start harvesting only while the harvester is there. The moment the harvester is done, they will ignore that field and they will move to another field that has an active harvester. When there are no harvester in any other fields that are assigned in the same building, that's when they will go back and start collecting the leftover crops, which is very inefficient and most of the time doesn't help you collect the maximum yield of crops from those fields. That's why a lot of people tend to use distribution offices to work around this problem. Tractor distribution offices will go to each destination set in order, and they will pull out all resources available until they are completely empty. Now, for this example, we have 30 large fields, one farm with 15 harvesters and tractors. We offer all of our fields fertilizer and liquid fertilizer just so we can get the maximum yield. And I have divided this into 2 segments, left and right. Left side has 3 sets of 12 distribution offices. So 36 tracks over here that will accommodate these 15 fields. 2 road cargo stations so we can load balance the traffic. I'll walk you through that a bit more in a moment. And the same thing over here. So pretty much this section controls these 15 farms, this section controls this 15, and this farm in the middle is the one that will go and sow and harvest all of those. Okay, so let me walk you through the logic. So we have our large farm. I haven't assigned any fields, we're going to assign them together. I'll tell them I want you to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fields. I'm going to skip the middle row, go do this one and this one and this one and this one. Same again, ignore the middle row, go do this. So the 15 tractors, 5 will go on this side, 5 will go down on this, and 5 will go on this side. And then I'm going to assign the remaining ones in the same order. So for the round 2, they will split and go do the remaining ones. That will help them to sow and harvest all of them in enough time for me to collect the harvest. Now, when it comes to collecting the harvest, all of my distribution offices, they have those fields assigned. So those 3 distribution offices have these 15 fields assigned to them. And each one has a different destination. So this distribution center will deliver on this cargo station with 6 slots. So 12 vehicles, 6 slots, manageable traffic. This one will deliver to that, and the third one will deliver to this directly. So effectively, I am splitting the traffic. Same logic here, but instead with these 15 fields, I'm delivering to this one, next one delivering to the one on the right, and this one delivering to the silo directly. Okay, let's see it in action. Our tractors are heading out to go deal with the farm. So you will see they're splitting to go where they need to go. And let's just have a more of a map overview when they go and start their plowing. They finished the first 15, now they're working on the remaining 15, and then the tractors will do a few more rounds just so they can increase the yield for all fields by applying fertilizer and then liquid fertilizer. Okay, so it's end of May, and our fields, most of them have hit 200% fertility. The first ones are about 53% growing. So if we look at them, they will be as close to 200% fertility as possible. I do not know what creates this deviation, but the growing process is fairly similar. So 53 on so 53 on the first one, 41 on one of the last ones. So it's about 10%. So by the time we are done harvesting this, the rest will be ready to harvest as well. Let's compress time a bit. Okay, and it's the end of July and our harvesting season has started. You'll see our trucks are slowly heading out to go collect what's there. And as you can see, there is a constant flow with no real traffic backup. All the farms are almost equally harvested, between 10 and 20 tons left over. Also, it's important to note that at the moment, I'm using 3 distribution offices for 2 sets of 5 fields being harvested. The other side, the other 5 fields, they are supported by the ones on the right, so there is no merging of that traffic. And that's also another reason the fields are allocated in the way they are. One row yes, one row no. If they're all together, it will create a small bottleneck. Okay, so they are done harvesting the first 15 fields, and that's the last 2.5, and they are empty. And now we're moving to the next ones. And it's the 18th of November, and everything has been harvested. We almost have 9,000 crops on each silo, which is pretty good to feed a large republic. And of course, create everything else you need from it, like fabric, alcohol, etc. At the same time, in parallel, I had a little other example going here. This one had pretty much 10 of its 10 combines, 10 tractors, and 10 covered hulls. And these are medium fields, so same principle with 10, 20, 30 medium fields. As you can see, they sort of barely managed to harvest almost everything, but they are still going. So this will be the limit of what one farm can harvest by itself. And the total yield? Probably closer to 6,000 versus almost 18,000. And this concludes my mini tutorial. Thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget to drop a comment, like, subscribe, all the fun stuff. Let me know what's your favorite design in the comments down below. Bye bye.